In this tutorial, we will make the sides and the ends for the Heirloom box project. As we're starting a new project, it's always good to save right at the beginning and give it a name. And I'm just going to save it in the admin project location. You can create additional folders in which you save your projects if you wish. So we'll save that. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is start sketching the side. So create sketch, and we're going to go from the top plane, R for rectangle. From the origin, we come out, we're going to type 12, tab 300, enter. Now that'll have sort of probably moved off the screen a little bit, so we will bring that back on. Now the box has mitered corners, which are corners that meet at 45 degrees. So we'll now create those. Use the line tool. The keyboard shortcut is the letter L. So if we go from the origin, we come out, the length of the line doesn't matter, so we'll press tab. We want that to be 45 degrees, enter. And again, L for line from the corner. Now in this case, again, the length of the line doesn't matter, so we'll just press tab, but we want 135 degrees. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got some extra geometry there, so we can modify that by using the trim tool. So keyboard shortcut is the letter T, and we can just get rid of extra geometry that we don't need. Now you'll see a warning coming up down the bottom there. We don't really need to worry about that at this stage. So you can see there that we have everything that we need for our two-dimensional geometry for our side. So I'll finish the sketch. And again, that's just gone off the screen a little bit, so I'll pan it up and zoom out. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to give it its third dimension. So we're going to extrude it. We're going to go over here and we're going to create a new component. Now if this menu doesn't come up, it's just been minimized like that. So just bring it out and select new component, go up, and then just type 90, enter. And you'll see a new component has appeared over here. So we'll just select it by left clicking on it once. Now we left click on it the second time, we can rename it, and we'll just call it side. Enter, there we go. Okay, so we'll just maybe make that fit a little bit better on the screen. So that's done. So now let's create an end. So we need a new sketch. We're going to go off the top plane. Now this can get in the way. So what we might do is we might just hide that. Top plane, R for rectangle. And we're going to actually create it right in the spot where it's going to end up in the end. So it will actually join sort of without us actually assembling it. It'll join with our side piece. Okay, so the length of that is 185, and then press tab 12, enter. So again, it's gone off the screen, so we'll make it fit. And L for line, so we do the same as before. We'll create those angles. So tab 45, enter. L for line, tab 45, enter. T for trim, and again we'll get rid of extra geometry that we don't need. I'm even going to get rid of the dimension. I don't really need that. There we go. So we've now got our end piece. So we'll finish the sketch, and as before, we'll extrude it. We've got to make sure that we remember to turn it into a component. If you forget to do that, you can always change it over here as well. So we go new component, and we'll go up again our 90. Enter. So we've got our side now. So you can see it over here. So we'll left click and then left click on it again. We'll call it, sorry, it's not side, it's an end. So we'll call it our end. And we'll hide our side and you can see it there. Okay, so we've kind of got half of our box done. So instead of doing those again, we can just copy them. So how we do that is we go, I'll select the side this time. So I'll left click on it, Then I'll right click on it, move copy. But over here, we need to select create copy. And then we'll drag that out. And it kind of doesn't matter. I just want to drag it out, you know, past there. I'm going to pan across. And then I'm going to rotate it. So I just press escape. Rotate that. Whoop, minus 100. It should be minus 180 degrees there. Now you can, hang on, I'll get that in the right spot. Now, if that doesn't sort of snap easily, you can just type it. So I can just go minus 180 and I've got it in the right spot. So same here. So with our, so you can see our side 2 has appeared up here. So same with our end, left click, right click, move copy, create a copy, drag it out, and we're going to rotate it again. You can see you've got the different planar sort of little tabs that you can rotate. So that one went nicely to minus 180. Okay. And you can see again, over here, we've got our second end. All right, so that's actually very good progress. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to actually join this together. And it can be sometimes a little bit tricky. So I'll come in close because the first thing I want to do is I want to join this side to this end. And sometimes it just comes down to working out what is the best sort of edge, corner, or surface to join together. So let's see how we go. So we'll go up here to joint. I'll come in really close so we can see what we're going to join. I'm going to just grab this edge here. I'm going to wait until I just get a black line there. So that edge, I'm going to come over here until I get a black line there, that edge there. Okay, that looked like it worked quite well. So we'll just go okay. Now this is where things can sometimes muck up a little bit. I'm just going to orbit around a little bit because I want to join this end in here. Okay, so again, I'll go to assemble. I'm going to zoom in. And again, I want to get that line. Yep, that black line there to there. There we go. I will just make it all fit on the screen so I can see it all. That looks pretty good to me. So I'll go okay. So you can see we've kind of got it together now. So that's the basics of our box. The next thing that we've got to do is we've got to actually cut a housing in for the base. So we'll do that in the next tutorial.